Hey guys, what's up? I got a great video coming up. I'm going to be going over all the weapons that we've seen in the trailer, also all the weapons that we've seen and identified in the pictures given to us by Infinity Ward and Activision. This weapons list so far is looking pretty good. I also want to give a shout out to Zay Rafflecopter on Reddit. Um, he kind of started this whole post storm, got into it, images, timestamps inside the trailer to help identify these weapons. Now, it really was a group effort for sure, but he's the one that kind of started the post. Um, they are really putting a strong emphasis on modern and keeping up with the times. You notice that the AR that they are using is not just the M4; it's actually the SIG MCX Virtus, along with the more modern sidearm, the SIG P320, which is something the military is moving to. I think they're really trying to hit accuracy on this, which is nice. I really enjoy that. And a lot of these weapons are really easy to spot, and you'll notice them in the pictures, but I'm going to go over some of the ones that were missed on this post. Also, one of them that they got wrong, very wrong, and try to give some details and clarification on these weapons. Now, in the comments, he just gives a final list with timestamps and descriptions of the weapons. He gets one of them wrong, and so I go in. I had commented earlier that it was wrong, but this was his final list, and they made a second post making it like the final post. Like, this is for real what we saw, this is legit what it is, no doubts whatsoever. But they took away the ability to comment. They didn't want anybody making corrections, which is kind of dumb. So here we are making this video, and I will correct the HK 433 later. Now, there is no mistaking this iconic shape. The 1911 is back, which is awesome. I hope they definitely put more emphasis on the fact that this weapon is a powerhouse. They made sure to do that in Call of Duty World War II. It is not a weak 45. Now, this is the AK-74 Tansel. Now, if I remember straight, this thing is actually fairly recent. It's not an old weapon. At least not as old as the other versions of the AK-74 we've seen. I do believe this will be classed as a submachine gun, as the other AK-74s have been. It does use a much smaller round. An AK-47 uses 7.62. This uses a 5.45. To give reference, the M16 uses 5.56. So, well, and so do other ARs. But anyways, so this will probably, it's got a lighter round in it. It's probably not going to bounce as much as the AK-47. It's not going to hit as hard, but it'll be a good weapon to run around with. I can't wait. Now, in the same photo they made reference to for the AK-74 Tantal, I saw this image in there. I had to mess with the lighting, but everybody missed this. That is the mini Uzi, guys. I love the mini Uzi. I didn't think it was that good of a gun. I don't know why. I just had fun with it. I would definitely always make a class. Be sure to make a mini Uzi class whenever I could. I wouldn't always play with it either, because I know my KD wouldn't do so good, but I would always have one there. It was just a fun gun to play with. Now, this I believe is the Moss 500. I saw the picture on the ad showing the different like customizable character packages or whatever they want to call it. So this definitely looks like a very solid pump action. Now, see, this one's kind of tricky. So this one is the sniper rifle class and that all package thing. And if you look at the bolt, it has the spiraled lines in the bolt, which is really iconic for the intervention, along with the fact that the bolt handle is not curved and doesn't have a ball at the end of it. It's just straight out, straight across. Has that really wide magazine, and the handle is pretty similar as well. So, given all those details, I definitely think it is a form of intervention. I know there's different types, different series of that sniper rifle, along with any other weapon. Obviously, the one in the picture to the right is closest to the version of the intervention we got in Modern Warfare 2. But I'll just point out some cosmetic differences. The handle has been removed on the image in the left, and they have customized the buttstock. Both have suppressors. They both have two different versions of their scope, but I definitely do believe this is an intervention. This one's easy. This is the iconic shape of the FAMAS F1. Now, in the game, you see that it is fully automatic. We know that campaign and multiplayer can differ because Modern Warfare 2, the FAMAS was a triple burst, adding variety to the triple burst rifles. I wouldn't mind it being a triple burst again. If it's fully auto, so be it. but it definitely had a different feel than the M16 triple burst in Modern Warfare 2. Honestly, can't wait. I'm super curious. Now, this right here is a more modern version of the M4A1 that this guy is using. It is not like the SIG AR that we saw in the trailer for most of the trailer, because this is also from the trailer. But you know what I mean. Like most of the ARs we saw in the trailer was the SIG. For this little clip right here, this guy was using an actual like M4A1, which is really cool. I definitely dig that variety. Now, this took me a while focusing on this image. It's another image released by Activision Infinity Ward. Um, at first, I thought maybe M249, M240 Bravo, but after closer inspection, the barrel profile, length measurements meeting up to the front of the gun, it all looks like the M60. Maybe a modern version of the M60. As you know, like the very first version of the M60 is pretty old. So we're gonna have to wait and see, but I do believe that it is a version of the M60 for sure. Now, in this kind of poster thing that was dropped by Activision Infinity Ward, this guy is holding a Stoner 96. It's kind of right there in your face. It seems to be pretty similar to the MK46 from Modern Warfare 3, which will be nice to you if you actually liked that weapon in Modern Warfare 3. I don't know too many people who ran around with that gun. Then there is this image with Captain Price. He has the buttstock slid all the way in. Also looks like it looks a little nicer than the one I have displayed here. But this is a PDW. This is the B&T APC 556, which means it's small, but it's carrying the same ammo that you would find in an M4. This is definitely going to be the powerhouse submachine gun, which probably isn't going to be shooting as fast, but will have some knockdown power. And now I'm going to get to this, going to clear everything up. This was the image people were saying was the HK433. Now next to it I have the SIG MCX Virtus and the HK433. We're going to see which one is more similar. Now if you look at the front, the railguard on the HK, it has these iconic keyhole shapes, which you will find on other HKs. The rifle in the image next to it does not, but the hole shapes in the image definitely match up with the SIG up top. Not to mention that the ejection port is much wider on the HK than it is on the weapon in the photo, and the weapon in the photo has a dust cover, which the HK does not. But the SIG at the top has a dust cover. It may be closed, but it's still there. The SIG also has a forward assist. The gun in the image has a forward assist. The HK does not have a forward assist. The back of the weapon has no upward canter past the grip. It just goes flat, and then it has a foldable buttstock which connects and takes up the whole backside. The connection for the buttstock on the SIG is way up top, and it's way tiny, same as the buttstock in the image. I mean, I get it. I want the HK to be in this game as much as anybody else, but stop telling people this BS. So right now, from what we've seen in the images, what we've been able to locate and identify, we have the Moss 500 shotgun. We have the W1200 shotgun. We have the Mini Uzi, the MP5, the AK-74 Tantal, the B&T APC 556 PDW, the famous F1, the SIG MCX Virtus. We have the M4A1 variant. We have the Stoner 96. We have the Intervention, the M60, the SIG P320, the M1911, and at the very end I added the AK-47. Not because we've seen it in the images. This is just a really strong guess. So just take it as that, because every single Modern Warfare has had the AK-47 in it. I do not believe they're going to change that now. And I would have added the M16, but considering this game already has two Armalite rifle styles in it, with pretty much the same function and ammo, I have a feeling the M16 may not be in this game, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. I hope for the best. But for right now, minus the AK-47, this list is what we have seen and identified in the videos and pictures. And let me tell you, this list is not looking bad. But I would like to get things as accurate as possible. If you watch the trailer or see something else, or see something I missed or others have missed, please join in on adding to that conversation. Keep the conversation going in the comments. If you're going to give references or corrections, make sure you are civil and polite and don't get into like too crazy arguments in the comments with people. And try to have links or pictures that we can look at to reference to. Thanks again for the support. Thank you for watching this video. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you guys next time.